What's cracking, gente? You already know what it is. Are you ready? Hey, you got your shoes laced up, your boots shined up, your motherfucking seatbelt on? Orale, roller coaster time. Let's do another bedtime story. It's time to tuck you in. I'm like, fuck it, 2 tears in a bucket. We can take it to the stage. Indubitably. In a menudo style, in a direct fashion, I wanted to give you guys another bedtime story. Some just because the wind was blowing, right? Something to touch on. Some too hot to handle, too cold to hold. You call the Ghostbusters in there and control. Orale. You know what I mean? Do your thing. But trip out on this. As you can tell by that thumbnail, it's going to get real milfy around this motherfucker. Yes, Simon, I indulged. Dispensa la tira. I indulged in a few MILFs in my time. Seth, I indulged 2 days ago in a MILF. But trip out on this. What I wanted to talk about was this one time that I did the one time with one of the homies, Jefitos, right? Not the homeboy. I said the homie. She was a female, right? She definitely shouldn't have brought her mother to the party. Her mother shouldn't have been at the party. Okay, to what degree of party was it? The type of party where there was a lot going on and a lot of pussies getting fucked that night, right? And she definitely came because she was interested in the reindeer games. You know, we couldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games until everybody went to sleep. Then the wind blew a little bit. Hurricane, right? So I got my little slurricane on. So anyways, when this girl brought her mother, this was the homegirl. This was the homegirl that would frequent this house. Now, this was the pop-it spot. When I say the pop-it spot, I mean, we got shit. Pop, dum, 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 dum. That was the jam that always played there, right? It was definitely cracking, popping. It was the one spot you didn't want to bring any hyena that wasn't attached to anyone because I'm telling you, she would get racked, right? She would get took that night, and that's just what it was. So let's get, were we fucking players like that? Simon, we were, right? Like and subscribe. We definitely were on our players and shit, and we definitely were trying to get at anything walking that was a female. Some of the homework I call it, it was also different shit. Take that to the other room, Spencer. Don't let me see it, because we will DP you. But trip out on this. It definitely was cracking if hyenas were in the vicinity, and I was one of the main culprits. Okay, I was young, dumb, right? That's how they said it. Fill me up with a letter. I'll take a half take. I definitely was gonna get my oogie woogie boogie on. They called me the boogeyman. A little bit flashy, a little bit dicey, a little bit slicey, but at the same time I was moving with a whole lot of energy, right? So anyways, this hyena comes, and she's the chick that, like, she's the homegirl, but at the same time, homeboys try to pop. She was fine. Homeboys would try to pop at her. I remember she was infatuated with your boy one summer, and Sasuke, that was a long summer of ducking and dodging. I was doing the LA Dodger on her. I didn't want to be with her, so I was trying to pitch fucking, like Oral Hershiser, pitch fucking strikes at her head. I didn't want to be with her. I didn't want nothing to do with her just based on I had seen her grown up. I had seen her, I seen them develop and shit. I was like, nah, You know, I looked at her a whole different way than she looked at me. She didn't even look at me. Never once did we catch eye contact. She was like this the whole time. I was like this, she was like this. I was like this, she was like that. So I already knew what she wanted. And Sasuke, I just, bring your hefty down. That's it. Just do it like that, right? And she did. So one night we're kicking back. We're all at the homeboy's house. It's pop. Actually, it was the homegirl Stephanie's house. It's popping. It's on Shadowbrook. It's in Merced. This, like I said, this was our kick it, our pop-up spot. And I remember this particular night, there was a gang of gente there, more than usual. So it was really cracking. And for some reason, I was on drought season. Now, any player that's been on drought season, they know it's hard out here for a pimp, right? Drought season means you ain't got nothing coming, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, the game ain't tight. You know what I mean? The vernacular just ain't that spectacular. You know what I mean? You ain't making moves wearing Gucci shower shoes. I don't know what it was, but at the same time, I just was striking out left and right. I couldn't catch a hot one, but that definitely would change this night, right? So when the homegirl came in, I seen her, I said, damn, man, it's so bad. I'm going to throw something down her throat. I mean, it's that rough. Times are rough. And in times of roughness, when the rough get tough, got to get on going, right? So I was looking at her, and I was like, well, I mean, she does got a nice nalga. You know what I mean? So fuck it. I might as well just, you know what I mean, expand that horizon. Now, let me trip out on this, and you trip out as well. Another female walked in behind her, and pobrecita. I was about to have my dick in her ass faster than a rabbit gets fucked. I seen her, I said, good Lord, who's that? Move, the whole angel. Sasuke, you're maniaco. I know. You're next. So I came over, I said, hey, who's that? She was like, oh, that's my mom. I said, oh, she dropping you off your shit? You know, I mean, I thought she was 21, girl. What part of the game is this? She said, no. Nah, she came to kick it. She sees me going out every night. She wants to have a good time. She split up from her old man. She wants to have a good time. I said, to what degree? I was already biting my nails, grabbing my chorra. To what degree of a good time does she want to have? You know what I mean? Because there's different levels of good time. You know, we could have a pa-da-pa-pa, that type of good time, or we could have a a great time. You know what I mean? She was like, look, that's on you. I ain't gonna hate, but come on, don't disrespect. That's my jefita. You already know what time it is. Plus, you gotta understand the chick was still liking me. While she's saying this, she's doing the fucking Melvin to the Jody, trying to lick my ear. But, right? And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Wipe my shit off. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need to go that route. But your jefita, that's a different story. It was just something about her that was spectacular. It was more mystery. She wasn't much better than her daughter. She was like the older, bigger titty version of her daughter, but at the same time, it was the mystery of trying to knock a MILF. Now, at this time, this was back in the late 90s. We didn't know nothing about MILFs. That word wasn't even out there yet. She was just, hey, can I put your jefita? That's all she was. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking J-Lo. All of a sudden, she's J-Lo. Back in the days, to me, she used to be just, hey, ho. You know what I mean? It was that. Anyway, so I see her, and I'm like, all right. Trip out on that. My homeboys are like, damn, she got some big old dead thoughts. I know, calm down. I got it. Why you always got to get first? I'm definitely going to get last, right? So everybody's trying to bid their hand. I'm like, fuck it, Holmes. Whoever wins, wins. I ain't tripping. Let's all fucking throw our fucking dice in there and says, okay, whoever craps out and gets snake eyes, that's on you. Whoever can hit that back door, Lil Joe, sounds good. Then you're in that back door, Lil Joe. You know what I mean? Big Joe, fucking with me. Anyway, so I'm kicking it. I'm seeing her. We're catching each other's eyes. She's sipping her little Bud Light ski. She's doing her thing, you know what I mean? I'm off my little shots of, off my shots of fucking Don Julio and things of that nature. And I'm trying to act all flashy and, I'm trying to be a hasa. You know what I mean? You know what that is? A fucking puerco that don't fly straight. I'm not trying to fly straight tonight. I'm trying to fly straight into mom's, if possible, right? So she's doing her thing. I'm doing my thing. Somewhere along the lines, she's on the other side of the room. I'm on this side of the room. I forget about her. Says, okay, I don't know what was going on. Then there was other hyenas, other people. It was popping, man. The party was going hip hop hooray, ho. Yeah, I'm trying to give me a ho. And that was what that was. But the night started to wind down. And as it started to wind down and people started to leave, I noticed she was right there in the kitchen playing some type of game with the homegirls, chopping it up with the homegirls. So I got at one of my little homies, right? Other homeboys started to leave with their chicks. They're going to go fucking get the meanest mamon they've ever owned, right? And a lot of people are leaving. They say, okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, all right. Hey, lock the door. Kick that motherfucker. Right? Stinks, eh? Right? And just everyone's starting to gradually leave. And I tell my little homeboy, hey, we're in for the long run. He said, what do you mean? I said, Sasuke, we ain't going nowhere, Soms. He said, oh, you dirty maniaco. I said, that with the capital M, because I'm from Merced. Fuck it, 209. My laser beams are locked in. I'm ready to download her into my CD-ROM. I'm ready to upload in her, right? I'm ready to drop that content, right? I'm ready to get my issue. But at the same time, how was I going to approach this, gente? Yeah, you hold. This is how I approached it, like a real player does. I just waited everyone out. See, that's what you do. See, I had caught her eyes earlier, so I already knew she was down for whatever. We can get it on, homie, in any type of weather. You know what's fucking on. But she was also playing that motherly shy role, like, oh, I don't get down like that. I'm just here to have a good time and drink. I heard her say that several times. I'm just here to have a good time and drink. Oh, I got something you can drink. Want to take a shot of this, right? So I was going to call it Kahlua, Mexican style, right? Norte, right? I was on this shit. So anyway, she's doing her thing with the homegirls, and I'm sitting there like the fucking maniaco that I am, trying to contemplate how I'm gonna get in where I fit in. And the homeboys in the back smoking a yak. You guys don't know what yaks are. If you don't, look it up, Google it. You'll still not find it, but I'm sure there's a vato that will leave a DM and tell you exactly what they are, allegedly. Anyway, so the homeboys in the back doing his thing on the back porch, and there's a couple other homeboys, and they're looking at me like, you dirty fucking motherfucking maniaco. I'm like, hey, go home, aren't you? Hey, your lady's tripping before you gotta go home. How you know? I know. Saturday, this is. I don't know, last time I boned her. Anyway, so look, everyone's starting to leave. And of course, who does it end up? It's the homegirl, her mom, my homegirl whose pad that is. And I can tell she's tired. I already know her get down because I be there all the time. When she starts yawning, that means get the fuck out of my house, right? That's code for see you guys later. That means Mexicans, go home. She was a white girl, right? Mexicans, go home, right? That's good. We never did though. You know how Mexicans are. We stay there forever. The party never stops. Shoo, right? Vivo de tres and put on los bookies. Fuck it. Let's get our party on. What time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning? Spencer. That bar's just getting out. It's time to go to the taco truck, smash a couple tacos right there on 9th Street, Modesto, and kick it. It's towards the after hours. So anyways, I'm just in my prime. And when you're on maniaco status, and those of you that know, so let's get there. Hey, you'll stay up like if you're on fucking speed. That's you're wide awake like that. Come on, bitch, just slip. Just look back. Look over your shoulder one time. Look over your shoulder, you'll find me. Say it. I said, look look, right? I was waiting for her to look over her shoulder. If this chick would have batted an eyelash and her fake eyelash would have fell out, Sasuke, I'd have been there to pick it up. You know what I mean? I was on that shit. Sasuke is lightweight Stockton, fuck it. You know what I mean? I ain't from Stockton, but Sasuke's 209. So I'm watching her. She's slightly looking back a little bit. You know what I mean? She's throwing it back a little bit. I can see, and this is my favorite part of a woman, gente. Hey, for those of you women that don't know, I'm gonna give you a pointer right now. The way that small of that back hits one time, and that shit just goes double up, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Hey, the girl named Michelle. Freak had tail like a whale. I freaked Michelle. I freaked her well. I said her pussy got hotter than the flames in hell. Right? Orale. I was about to give birth this night. Literally. So anyways, I'm looking at that tail on that whale. I'm like, God damn, you know what I mean? I got Moby Dick for that, man. Orale, let's go to SeaWorld. And I'm kicking back on my otter shit, just posted up. And she looks back. And when she looks back, she smiles. It was at that exact moment I took that smile for, hey, do you want to come in my face? And I said, yep, right? So her daughter is right there, and I can hear her daughter like, hey, mom, let's jam. You want to jam? And she's like, no, mija, let me finish my last drink. So I was good. That drink went from 2 in the morning to 6 in the morning. I'll let you know that. She drank more than she fucking intended to. Spencer. It gets graphic here. Gunner's bedtime stories. Anyway, so she's posted up, kicking back. And I tell the homeboy, hey, are you going to take one for the team? The homie was like, what happened? I said, hey, look, trip out. The cops got now. Look at that now. Who do I have to kill? I ain't no stop. Listen, you need to go get at the homegirl. He said, nah, she don't like me. Hey, she be shooting me down. She said, stop the hell and shit. I said, hey, listen, tell her, hey, you guys are going to smoke a bomb-ass yak in the cuts. Take her down the street for go fucking bone her, smoke a bomb-ass yak, get her all yacked out and handle your business. He was like, damn, bro, I don't even like her like that. I said, fool, you going to pass that up? That's the best thing you ever had. I said, I seen you with that 450-pound torta last week. Sasuke, she was bigger. Sasuke, you were like that. Come on, bro. He's like, you seen that shit on? You see how I was working it? Now, get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? He was in Turlock at the fucking Best Western trying to work that shit. Get out of here. Hey, fucking one fucking, now the guy was bigger than your whole face. Go, take a walk, right? So he's like, hey, let me get at you, girl. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to make her embarrassed. Especially after she finds out that I boned the shit out of her mom. She's going to be a little bit embarrassed, right? Her mom's going to be like, the wind was blowing. It sure was. That wasn't the only thing blowing, girl, you know. So anyways, trip out. They get up, and of course, the homeboy gets at her like, hey, woo, woo, woo. And one thing about this chick is she liked to smoke the exacts, right? Allegedly. So they went and took their walk. She tells her mom, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to go talk to my friend. Her mom's like, I see you, right? I'm like, I see you too, right? I'm looking at that. So when they leave, that's all I was waiting for. I done waited everyone out. There was 159 people in this house, and now there's 2. And then there was 2. Acknowledge me, right? So I'll see her, I'm kicking back, and she smiles. She's smiling at me, and she's smiling at her drink as she drinks it, knowing damn well the next thing that's going to be is my pipa against her cheek, right? And so I get up, I say, hey, you smoke frajos? I had seen her smoke about 10 cigarettes that night, right? She was like, yeah. I said, you want to smoke one with me? She was like, yeah, let's go. So we went to this back porch. Smooth. Tell me if this is the smoothest move I ever did. They had those fucking kind of drinks, the ones that you pull like that. You know, the ones that are sideways? The fucking thing. On our way out, I went, okay. You know what I mean? It's about 4 in the morning now. 4 in the morning, so the sun's starting to peak. And we're back there, and I lit a frajo. And she thinks I'm going to give her one, but that's not the game, right? So I hit one, I give it to her, hand it to her, she hits it. We're talking. I was like, what's up? I was like, I ain't seen you come through. What made you come through? She was like, I just wanted to get out. I broke up with my old man. You know, he was locked up. He got out. He cheated on me. Look, I don't care. But I'm just there to lay your head on my pillow and just relax. Let me get my... That's all I care about. I don't care if your old man cheated on you. I don't care if your old man's locked up. Hey, locked up, they won't let... That's better for me. So I don't have to worry about repercussions for my actions. So I'm telling you, as long as he ain't a good homeboy. If he's a solid homeboy, I can't go that route. You know what I mean? But if he isn't. So anyways, she was like, yeah, he got out, he cheated on me, blah, 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 blah. I'm hearing, right? And I said, damn, so it's like that? I said, so you ain't with him no more? She's like, nah, I'm just by myself. I said, that's fucked up. He cheated on you. This is the smooth. You guys ready for the game? That's fucked up. He cheated on you. I said, how's that make you feel as a woman? She goes, well, it's fucked up because it makes me look at myself like I wasn't enough. And I looked at her ass and I grabbed it. I said, oh, you way more than enough. And she goes, am I? And when she said, am I said, I fucked the shit out of you. And she was like, what are you waiting for? Double up, the beat. And the beat goes on, right? I was getting my issue outside, going crickets and field mice. I don't give a fuck, homie. There could have been a rattlesnake back there shaking. So it's me or you or me. So I'm winning. I'm getting my issue on. I don't care. I said, let's take this to the room. My homegirl's up there. She's like, is that you, fool? This is her pet, right? She's already in her bedroom. She done left us. Like, this fool's trying to fuck. I already know. She's in her room. She's like, is that you, fool? I said, hey, don't trip. She's like, you dirty motherfucker. I said, no, I'm clean, but it's about to get dirty. Took her upstairs and made love, right? Says, hey, slow love. And I feel the boom. You know the night is young, but that's well, because by the time we do the night, you'll be old as hell. And old as hell she was. Little did I know she was 61, right? So I was on my like 22-year-old status. This bitch was 61. It's been San Latina. You know what I mean? 40 years, 39 years on me. That was the best shit I ever had. To this day, 2 fingers, twisted, one in the middle. Orale! The wind was blowing that night. Hurricane. I huffed and puffed and blew that whole shit down. That body. My body, right? Anyways, I handled it. I heard the homegirl come in with the homeboy downstairs. I told her, shh. She's like, oh, my daughter. Shut up, man. I don't even want to think about that. You're old enough to be her grandmother. You know what I mean? And I heard, I said, oh yeah, the homeboy's getting in my moon. Anyways, look. You know what I mean? Sasuke, handle your business. It came to a point where I was told her, all right, look, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to go downstairs first. When I go downstairs, I'm going to clean it all up. And then you wait for about at least an hour and a half, and then you come down and say you passed out, you were tired, and that's it, right? So I came down, and the homegirl, she's sitting there, she's like, my homeboy's sitting there like, he's all happy, right? She's like, hey, where's my mom at? I said, I don't know, did she jam or what? She was like, nah, she wouldn't leave without me, plus her car's out there. Spencer on la tira, guard, where's she at? I don't know. I said, I don't know. I tell the homeboy, you ready to bounce, hey? Right? This girl thinks the mom, she thinks I'm covering up for her, but it's you're on your own, man. I said, yeah, I got what I wanted, now I'm out of here, right? And I could hear, Mom, are you here? And she was like, oh, man, I was asleep. I passed out. And I was like, oh, she was up there? And she's looking at me. She's looking upstairs. She's looking at me. She's looking upstairs. She's looking upstairs. She's looking at me like, motherfucker, where'd you come from? And I went like this. So I hit one of these on her. Damn, I was holding that shit all night. I didn't take a mean piss. Come on, bro, let's go. The homeboy, hey, we weren't even out the door. The homeboy was like, damn, she could suck bomb, big fool, right? Hey, we were gone. Needless to say, I don't know what she told her daughter, if she told her the truth or if she didn't. But anyways, that was my one indulgence in a mill. Now, prior to that, I had never been with the older woman. But since then, and the wind blows, since then, I definitely, you know what I mean? I think I went as old as 82. Spencer Latira, Ben Franklin. I just did what I had to do, cuz, you know what I mean? Times were rough, and so I needed gas money. Anyways, with that being said, hey, facts. Hey, there's homeboys right now like, hey, I feel you, brother. I done with that route right now. They're right there. She was like, are you my sugar daddy? Something like that, right? Anyways, with that being said, hey, that was just another bedtime story. Actual, factual truths. Shit happened. Real talk. I felt like a dirty scoundrel. I felt like a maniaco at the same time. I felt liberated and free because I was able to be the man that I wanted to be that particular night. And Sasuke, I hadn't had pussy in like 3 days, and it was rough. Drought season. When times are rough, you got to get going. Got to get up. You got to get going. I'm going to see some friends of mine. Orderly, get my Winnie the Pooh on. You know what I mean? Get my Tigger on. You feel me? No, I said Tigger. Don't get it mixed up. You already know what it is. With that being said, another bedtime story that I hope you enjoyed. Realness. You know, we do no shaky and bakery and full fakery over here, man. We only do real stories. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you go out there and get you a MILF if you're already available. If you got a hyena, stay faithful and loyal to that one, man. That can be that loyal one. If not, Sasuke, go get it. Sasuke's bomb, eh? You know what I mean? It's like that fucking spread I made today. Sasuke tasted good. It might have looked like shit, but it tasted good. In her case, she looked alright, but she tasted better. Not like fish, yes, but it tasted like chicken. Yay, yeah! I got my turtle taco on. You already know what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe one time for your mind with that thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's gonna be the head that wears the San Jose Sharks crown. You know you like it. You like it. There's so much from Song right now. Like, take that shit off, homie. Says, guy like the hockey. Yes, sir. Don't hate. Congratulate. Respects to the city of Sanjo. The representamos is real, man. Story and King. It's just a cruise. I already know what time it is. If you don't like me, man, I understand. It is what it is, but I'm gonna continue these bedtime stories. Leave a comment. Let me know if you like them, if you want me to continue them, or if you want me to disregard them, put them on disregard status, and keep doing what I does. Cause either way, man, I'm gonna bring you guys the best possible content that I can, and we're gonna does it like that. Bang, bang. This is the gun. She was like, so you think my daughter can hear it? She was double fisting. You think my daughter can hear it? I don't. At this point, I don't care, right? And it was cracking. Bang, bang.